Hi, this is Amy from paperandspool.com. So I'm just here working on my day 9 and I'll just show you what I have already. So what I have done on the day of the December daily prep party is I used my fuse to make one of these accordion style kind of files, kind of following Marisol Benitez method, and I'm hoping it's going to hold up. I fused my little heart out, so we'll see how it goes. And then this is just where I'm going to write a list of stuff. It's a really nice prompt card by Geraldine from In a Creative Bubble. So I'm going to add some of my own journaling and thoughts to that. And then in the course of these other pockets, there's a couple more spots for me to add stuff. Now, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I had a piece, and no, it wasn't recently. It was within the last month, but it wasn't within the last 2 weeks. It was from a really old, messy box. It looked exactly like this, which is why I have this one out. But it was a record. And I had it in some stuff several times. I've had it in and out of page protectors and stuff like that. I guess the only place I didn't look was in the rest of the album, in case I left it in here somewhere. But I can't find it anywhere, is the upshot. I have no idea what I have done with this stinking little record. And yeah, it's not in here. So I've looked through every bucket I have sitting on my desk. I've looked through all kinds of stuff. No sign of it. So I'm going to use this one here for now and just see kind of how, if I like the look of it even, and then if I ever find that record, I'll use that one because it'll be more appropriate to this layout. But for now, I'm just going to kind of use some of these transparent pieces to make something that'll work for me. So I've got, now this is a repeat photo. I had it somewhere else, but I really like it, and it's going to be kind of hidden here anyways. So I like repeating things that I like to do and stuff that's meaningful to me, and I really like this photo. So I'm going to put it on the back side, and actually I was a little bit afraid of this. I'm going to have to trim these all down just a touch more because when I fused everything together, they are really, really tight. Yeah, okay, I'm going to go quickly trim these and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm also going to add my embellishment here before I try to get them into the pockets because I have a feeling that once I get these into the pockets, there is not going to be any getting them out. Now, that's my own fault. That's not how these pockets generally are. That's just because I got a little bit aggressive with the fuse tool. Okay, so I've got my photos there. And I wanted to do this one on the front because I felt like it had a good flow with the holiday faves that I'm going to journal here. This one is from the Citrus Twist. Oh my goodness, I can't say that out loud very easily. From the Citrus Twist December extra bonus content. So I believe that they were journaling cards that you could just download for subscribers. So that's kind of fun. And I just added some of the stars from this month's Citrus Twist kit onto there as well because I love those chipboard stars. And then on the back here, I'm going to kind of tuck in this holiday playlist. This is a playlist that was made by a friend of ours who sends out a playlist every year to his friends and family. And I've been listening to it kind of nonstop this year, so I wanted to include that. It's actually an old one. And what I did is, you probably can't see it, is that in pink underneath is the name of the artist. And then the song is on top. So this is just kind of a cool tie back to my list from a couple of weeks ago. And I was thinking about adding some stickers on there, but my last experience with the stickers kind of led me to think that maybe I should not. And then what I'm going to do here, this number 10 is where these little plastic pieces came from. So I was thinking about adding this star. Because I already have songs on the other side, I felt like I could kind of put it at the top there. And I wasn't sure if this was also going to be a great place to use some of the others. I kind of like the idea of cutting this one in half and using it twice. But I do really like this tree too. I think I'm going to use the tree and the star, and I'm just going to trim off whatever sticks out over the edge on this tree. Now they do have a film on top to pull off, but I got it off this heart easily. It's not coming off the tree easily. So they just have a little protective thing so that they don't get all scratched up. And they're actually, I've used them in the past with the protective film on, and they don't look bad, but once you get it off, you're like, oh yes, you can tell the difference. It's not totally see through. So yeah, it just gives it a little bit of extra. Okay, if I do that. And then I was thinking about adding some of these socks as well, but I'm starting to feel like there might not be enough room to do everything that I want to do on here. So I'm gonna start by doing my lists here. And whenever I have a journaling card like this, I like to just treat it as a brain dump and just dump whatever I've got kind of sitting around in my brain. I don't like to think about it too hard. So I'm just gonna start at the top and go to the bottom. Okay, so I've got my journaling filled in and I just used my tiny attacher to staple these things on to give them kind of that, and I like how it's actually kind of going from the pink to the blue here across the page. And now all I've got left to do, I do have one journaling card on the back here, and I don't think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to switch it out because it's one where I could write something, but I don't think I need that at this moment. So I'm going to swap it out for one where it's just like kind of a nice filler card, I call these. I think everybody calls them that. But just to give it some flow, and it's got something nice, but I don't need it to actually say anything. Now, for this final little thing here, until I find that little, man, it's really getting my goat now. Like, I'm probably going to have to look for it the instant I stop filming. And even though I have torn everything on my desk apart. I must have just put it in a really weird spot. So I'm gonna put this one here for now, just as a placeholder. Well, and see, I don't even like that. Like, okay, so I'm gonna leave this unfinished because I'm going to look and see if I can find that other thing, that little record one, because I just think it suits the layout so much more. And I don't want to put in a placeholder that I'm just not going to like. So I'm gonna leave it empty until I finally locate that little record. Or if I can't find it, I'll have to make my own, which is okay too. So with these accordion ones, I feel like they don't always stay together on their own. So I like to add a clip, like the same way that I added a clip to this one that wasn't staying up. I like to add a clip that's going to hold that in place so that I don't have to worry about it kind of like spilling out of the album. Now this page, somebody asked me if I was going to do a tutorial on this, and the answer is no, because it's not my original idea. So I don't want to go around showing you how to do it when it's not actually my original work. This is something that I scrap lifted from Pam Baldwin, and I believe that it was in the watch story class of Allie Edwards' watch story kit. So if you want to see her make one of these, please go there and check her out. Yeah, a few of you and I have been having this conversation kind of online about giving credit where credit is due, and I don't feel any need to take credit for ideas that aren't mine, and this one definitely isn't. The way that I did it is a little bit different than hers, and that's something to always think about when you're scrap lifting, is the way that you can make it your own and the way that you can kind of make it suit your style rather than just a straight up copy. So I added the VHS tapes. She had them, I think, in like little TVs. And I added the VHS tapes because most of these Christmas movies we still have on VHS. Don't tell anybody. But I guess you can probably, you've picked up already from the vinyl and the cassettes and the VHS. We're a little old school, we're a little analog with our stuff over here, even though we do enjoy a good streaming service. But that's kind of how I decided to take that idea and make it my own. So something to think about as you're looking at people's stuff on Instagram and on the December Daily Facebook group, and as you're finding stuff on YouTube and in classes, is kind of putting your own spin on it and making it your own. And then, like I said, I won't be doing a tutorial for this because it's not my original idea. So if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them. You can comment down below, and on Instagram. I hope to see you there. Have a great day.